Hi, I'm Rebekah.
And I'm David with RAD Farmacy.
Today we're going to open up our tower garden that came in the mail yesterday.
Yeah, we're going to label some parts, show you kind of how it comes in pieces, how you put it together, and let's get growing.
So in the tower garden box, the first thing that you're going to find when you open it up is your packet. So there's the first packet that actually shows you the breakdown of what's in the box and the names for everything, and then how to assemble it. So
this is the rods, and these are going to stabilize the tower once you click all the pieces together.
And these are the main components. This is what makes up the tower. So when you stack these on top of each other, that's how you build height with the tower. And then you see here you have the ports. This is where the plants are going to come out. Stack these up here. Now there's two different kinds for these. There's the normal kind, and then we also have this Microgreens Extension Kit. We're going to put this on the very top. As you can see, the pods are a lot smaller on these ones. So we're just gonna pop what's called rock wool, which we'll show you in a second, into here. Whereas here we're gonna put a net and the rock wool. And these ones are for microgreens and different kinds of herbs.
Also, everything comes with a timer, so it's super simple and easy to put together and easy to operate. So this is your indoor-outdoor timer, and which will connect to a cable and connect to the water pump that goes in the reservoir.
Usually what you'll want to set your timer to is going to be 5 minutes on and 45 minutes off, meaning every 45 minutes your water is going to shower the roots of your plants for 5 minutes straight and then turn off.
And also with the timing, that's what we're doing here as far as timing goes with our tower and what we're growing inside of it. But it will definitely vary on your location. If it's drier, higher elevation, the plants need more water, stuff like that. And that's going to be on an experimental basis.
And then we also have, this is the home tower garden, which is a little bit different from the tower garden flex. We'll show you the tower garden flex, which is the original model from tower gardens, in a different video. That was the one that we started off with. We decided to get the home tower garden because it's a little bit different in the base shape. It's a little bit smaller. This one actually comes with wheels. So we're going to attach these to the bottom of the reservoir. That way you can easily roll it around your house. We're going to have ours outdoors to start and then bring it inside for the winter.
That's right, and the difference in weight is quite significant when you're dealing with 20 gallons versus around 13 gallons for the in-home one. So you can wheel it around, you could probably pick it up, and it just takes up less space overall. This I have here is the final piece that goes on top. This is, I believe, called the shower cap. So you'll notice this hole in the middle is quite large compared to the holes around it. And this is where the water is going to come up through a pipe from the reservoir through the top. It's going to flood out into this portion, and throughout the holes, as you see, it will rain down directly on the roots through each section of this.
And each section actually has holes behind it as well, if you're able to see that. So it has this middle portion, which has 4 large holes, and then it has the same shower style on the perimeter of it. That way the water kind of trickles down slowly and doesn't rush down the sides of the tower. Now also, along with the pump and the timer, we have our pH tester kit. So you have your pH tester kit as well as I think there's somewhere else in the box. You're also going to have some adjusters. So you're going to have an A and a B, depending on your pH. If you need to raise and lower it, you can kind of fluctuate between that. Usually something's off with your pH if you start to notice your leaves yellowing. That's a good indicator right there. We're also, oh, there it is. So there's the base. So we have 2 different bottles there for that. We have one that highes and one that lowers. We have pH acid here, and then we have the base. And then in addition to that, we also have our mineral blend. So since we aren't using soil, we're doing aeroponics here. There's no soil for the roots to get nutrients from. So we're gonna add this mineral blend into our water, so then that way that's gonna get nutrients directly to the roots.
Yeah, and we'll make another video that you can get into the ratios and how you mix it. There is instructions on the bottle, but there's also different math that needs to be done if you're growing in a flex tower with 20 gallons of water versus the 13, and are they fresh plants, starter plants, or are they more mature and need more nutrients? So we'll make another video on that.
And then a couple other components here. We just have washers and screws and wing nuts. This is going to be what we're going to attach the rods to the actual tower components with. Also at the reservoir, which we'll show you in a second, there's a lid. There you go, tower garden lid. The other lid is going to go on the very top of the tower. Super simple. It just caps right on top of the shower cap here.
And one of the most important pieces that you're going to get in your tower is the rock wool itself. This is what the vegetables will grow in as their kind of soil. It's a pad with holes and very absorbent. This expands, water retention's really good in here, and all you do once you put the seeds in here is you pour the vermiculite, and that's pretty much it. You set it in some water, and that's why they give you these. They have measuring on the inside of this container so that you can see where your water levels are at. It also comes with Grow Anywhere starter seeds. So Rebekah and I, we order our seeds from various sources depending on what we're looking for, so that we just have an abundance of seeds ready on hand all the time, but they do send you some starters that you can choose to use as well.
Which we can go into in a different video. We'll go into the 32 slots of the home tower versus the 20 slots available in the flex tower, and then why we chose to purchase the seeds that we did, and the reasoning behind why we're doing more medicinal edible herbs, culinary and medicinal, as well as some edible flowers, and then just a few vegetables and leafy greens in the tower. And then we did also purchase all of our seeds via trueleafmarket.com. That's been one of our favorite finds so far. They have a lot of variety on non-GMO and organic seeds.
Yeah, and once you actually get your plants started and they're developing some roots and they're ready to go in the tower, it comes with these pods, these ports, or these are the ports and these are the pods that the rock will go inside of, which allows water to hit it to pop it in and out so it doesn't actually fall through. And what's great is to examine the health of your plants and its roots. You can just simply pop that thing out, look at everything that's going on, and yeah, take a note, make adjustments as needed.
This is kind of how they sit, just so you can see it once we have this all assembled. And this is going to click together a little bit more snugly here, is you can just pop in these pods, and that's, like he said, what the rock wool is going to be sitting in. We also have this little tube here and a measuring cup. This is going to be for your mineral blend and such.
Here is the top to the reservoir on the tower. So, I mean, it's technically the base, but it's the top to the reservoir. So you have your water port, you can check on your pump, you can actually, pick up your pump right through this port, and you can put nutrients in here, test the pH of your water, add water, things like that, anything you need to do through this port. And what's really cool is this model versus the Flex model actually has a water level indicator. So this rod here will screw onto here. This will be inside the reservoir, hanging out in the water. And as the water level drops, it'll push this rod up and down to show you.
Yeah. So as your water level gets lower, this rod is going to lower down since it'll be attached to this buoy. And then that way you can just really quickly visually tell whether or not you need to add more water and mineral blend. You should be checking your pH at least once a week, but you should be checking the water levels in this daily, just at least giving it a little visual check. Mm-hmm. But with the old model of the Tower Garden Flex, there wasn't a buoy, so you had to take the cap off of the reservoir lid here and just visually check inside every day. This is the main base. This one is a lot smaller and more lightweight than the flex version. The home version is only, what, about 2 square feet, can you say?
Yeah.
And then this that's tucked inside here, this is the drainage pipe. You really only need to drain your tower semi-annually, just to kind of cleanse everything, make sure everything's clean. And you can use that nutrient water in plants outside that are in the soil.
Definitely, that's a pro tip we absolutely love doing. Why waste water that you've been putting minerals in to feed plants? When you drain your reservoir, like Rebekah said, semi-annually or as needed, if there's like some heavy mineral buildup or you find some leaks, anytime you're going to take your tower apart, do not throw away the water. Give it to a neighbor if you don't have any other outdoor plants, but it's really good, high-quality, mineralized water.
But yeah, so we have all the tower garden components here. Yeah, so we'll do a separate video of actually assembling this step by step. If that's something you guys are interested in, please check that out on our channel. Thanks for watching our video on the Tower Garden home version and all the different components. If you like this video, please hit like below and subscribe and share it with your friends.
Yep, because we'll be coming out with more stuff about different ways of gardening, different techniques, the towers themselves, and just a bunch of rad information. So stay tuned.
And you can also follow this journey with this specific tower garden. We're going to be posting update videos. We'll assemble it in a separate video and then give you some, weekly or bi-weekly updates on how the plants are doing and different tips on how to troubleshoot things like yellowing leaves or my pH isn't doing something right, all kinds of different problems. So thanks for watching.